Hope Channel, changing lives.
Hello, wonderful people of God. It's another moment with you on Rhythms of Life, and I'm always happy coming your way because a whole lot of things happens when it comes to life. And the rhythms of life is what we dance to. And how you dance to that rhythm of tune is the position you end up being. So try to dance well with your rhythms of life. On this note, I welcome you once again to Rhythms of Life, and my name is Nana Akusiabuache. Over the weekend, a whole lot of things happened. Most of people say Adventists normally don't have, events, occasions, and all that. So, Rhythms of Life will give you a gist that Adventists, we also organize events, educational ones, graduations, ceremonies, and other stuff. So you don't want to miss any episode on Rhythms of Life. So over the weekend, we happened to have a send-forth ceremony for our very own Executive Secretary, now I would say former Executive Secretary of the Accra City Conference, Pastor Nathan Tay Odonko. He is going to be now the Associate Secretary at the West African Division, WAD. And we're saying that God be with him and God protect him. He should keep up with the good work because, he did amazingly wonderful when he was here in Ghana, Accra City Conference. Aside him, another event went on our very university, Valley View University. Yes, the very first private university to be accredited. I stand with Anna with that. Anywhere I find myself, my church is the very first church to have a private university. They hold their graduation ceremony, which was beautiful. You can see. If you didn't follow through, please, you can watch on our page on YouTube, Hope Channel Ghana, or Facebook, Hope Channel Ghana, and you're going to enjoy every bit of it. Yes, it was a massive graduation with beautiful people graduating with honors. And we say that may God be with them because they've learned a lot, not only with education, but also with morals, attitude. That is what Valley View University stands for. So if you're looking forward to any university you want to send your child to, please, Valley View University is the one. So we're going for a quick music break. We're back. I'll introduce my guest to you. Please, don't go anywhere.
Savior is Jesus, my Lord, a wonderful Savior to me. He hideth my soul in the cleft of the rock, where rivers of pleasure I see. He hideth my soul in the cleft of the rock, that shadows a dry, thirsty land. He hideth my life in the depth of his love, and covers me there with his hand, and covers me there with his hand. Oh, wonderful Savior is Jesus, my Lord. He taketh my burden away. He holdeth me up, and I shall not be moved. He giveth me strength as my day. He hideth my soul in the cleft of the rock, that shadows a dry, thirsty land. He hideth my life in the depth of his love, and covers me there with his hand, and covers me there with his hand. When soul in the cleft of the rock that shadows a dry, thirsty land. He hideth my life in the depth of his love and covers me there with his hand, and covers me there with his hand. He hideth my soul in the cleft of the rock that shadows a dry, thirsty land. He hideth my life in the depth of his love and covers me there with his hand, and covers me there with his hand.
Today's guests. I hope my Man U fans are watching. I'm not actually teasing you guys, but a whole lot have happened. A whole lot have happened. He's a full fan of Man U, and I don't know why he's smiling, because at this point, his mood should be a mixed one. My guest is Mr. Kobina Begyina Holman. Mr. Holman.
Yes, Nana.
The smile should go.
No.
It's still standing.
Yes, there's hope. Once there's hope, there's life.
Once there's hope, there's
Yes,
life.
so there's a lot to smile about.
Ah.
Yes.
Whilst your team is going down the joint.
It's just part of life.
Mm-hmm.
The ups and downs. We are bouncing back, so definitely
Hey,
there's a lot to smile about.
I love it when people are speaking with vim. I heard this some time back, you know.
We are not Arsenal. We are not Arsenal, so
I'm not bothered.
Yes,
because I'm
so-
not an Arsenal fan.
yeah. So
You love football so much.
yes.
Isn't that really boring you, your Christian life? You know, most of the time on Wednesdays, I realize that there are football matches, Wednesdays, Saturdays, and all that.
Yes.
Okwa, sorry.
Yes, I go to church.
You attend midweek prayers.
Yes, I do.
And you still watch Man United matches.
I mean, thanks to DSTV, we can always watch the late matches. So yeah, so there's always a way around it.
It's Kafoko. Money is speaking.
So
I
you can
understand.
always watch the late matches. So there's YouTube too. Mostly what you want is the goals. Yeah, so if you know it's been DSTV on your phone, if you go to YouTube, you can check the goals, and if we're beaten or you won. Yeah.
Pastor Bidiaba, please be looking out for Mr. Holman. If there's any Man United match on Wednesdays and he's not in, look for him. You love football. Why?
Yes. It's the only game in the world. It's the only game.
I don't think my viewers agree with that.
It is the only game.
Why do you think it's the only game?
If you pick tennis, how many people watch it? In a stadium, how many?
Oh, but I've been seeing people there
Yes.
clapping and
Check
you
the
know,
numbers. Check the numbers. It's the only game that, I mean, you have to follow it with everything that you have. Yes.
without football. So the golf.
It's there.
The-
People like the golf and then, but football it brings the whole world to a standstill. Qatar is coming. You will see.
So we should look out for you going to Qatar or staying
If
here.
God blesses me with some few coins, yes, I would go.
Oh, you have money. You have
If
money.
God blesses me with some few coins, yes, I would go.
I'm smelling money.
I said, if God blesses me with some few coins, I would
So
go.
do you play football?
I do every Sunday if I have the time.
Where do you do that?
I drive all the way from OEB to Legon to play.
OEB
Yes,
to Legon
yes,
to play football.
yes. And go back home every Sunday if I'm available.
If there's an emergency in church and you're being called to rush
Definitely,
in,
I'll choose church over the.
is that how, man?
Yes. I'll choose
Are
church
you
over-
sure?
Very, very sure.
Should we ask our church pastor?
You can. You can ask him.
Viewers, let's give him the benefits of the doubt that it's true that you know, I don't know. We will just give him the benefit of the doubt. That is true. That in case of any emergency, you rush in like the way he drives all the way from Oyibi to Legon to, you know, watch. Oh, okay, okay.
Who did this?
This is you on the field.
Yes, who did this?
How many goals have you scored so far?
No, these days I'm a defender actually.
You were a defender.
Yes, I used to strike, but as I aged,
Oh, then I think Black Stars is missing a lot. Don't you think so?
I've passed the prime age of playing. I'm about 40, so.
You can't join
No,
me.
I'm about 40.
At what age did you start, you know, fall in love with football?
Oh, very tender. Started playing football right from primary school. Primary school, I was in the school team. JHS, I was in the school team. Secondary school, I was not because it's too competitive there. By university, I was in the school team.
Okay, so at the tender age, you said from your school, where did you school? Like, where did you start?
Yeah, okay. I went to university primary in Cape Coast.
Okay.
So university.
So you're full fancy.
Sure.
At then.
Boko.
Oh, that's not how fancies respond.
How do you respond?
Are you sure?
You want me to say what?
Because my programs manager is a fancy.
I should say what? Otidanyamina Dumoye.
Yeah, Nyamina Dum. Oh, yeah. So let's take it again. Otiden.
Nyamina Dumoye, we say.
Nyamina Dumoye. Your king will come for you for not speaking the fancy right. So Cape Coast, which part of Cape Coast?
I'm actually from Bakano. Bakano, a place called Derby Hill. Just opposite the Cape Coast Central Police Station.
Okay.
That's where I was born. Then I moved to a place called Ola Estate.
Okay.
Then I came to Accra.
And meaning the family had, you know, when you hear estate, what comes to mind is, you know.
No. Not that.
The family wasn't too wealthy.
Middle class, let me put it that way.
So what school did you attend? You know, your primary and all that?
I went to university primary, University JHS. Then I went to St. Augustine's College.
Ogas school.
Yes, the only college in Ghana.
Please, don't. See,
The only college in Ghana.
No, we will be okay somehow. Even that one is somehow.
No.
With Man U.
It's the only college in Ghana. You see,
Oh.
action. Could say, you see, that's the only college.
Is he?
Then from there I moved to Valley View University.
Okay.
Yeah.
For Valley View, we are with you, full
Yes,
them, the
yes.
best uni ever. I guess you will think about
What
it
this guy
anyway.
is okay. Facebook.
A full Augusco,
Pick this.
you know, student. What year were you the badge?
I finished in '97.
How was the experience? You know, let's begin with the experience from primary. How was it like going through to junior high school and St. Augustine's? How was it?
It was good. Very competitive. Let me put it that way. Cape Coast is it's an interesting place actually. University primary, that is where you find most of the, let's say, educated, the affluent kids. It's a mixture. We have the people from the poor, the villages around Apioska and the rest around Cape Coast. So our classes are very competitive, and you have to make sure you work hard to be there. So that is everything you're competing.
So first 5, primary you were part, junior high school you were part.
First 5 years.
Hey, you go there.
You can check.
Okay.
My class first 5, you put the whole school, like the stream together. First 10 you'll find me.
And then St. Augustine, why did you actually choose St. Augustine? Is it because you grew up in Cape Coast? You know, most of the time some people feel comfortable with the school they are conversant with because it's in somehow their religion, or their parents actually chooses it for them?
Now, mine is a tradition. So my dad went to St. Augustine's, so obviously that is where he would choose for me. And I also love the school because when my big brother and my cousins were there, I sent them food. So you go to the school, you love it. You gradually, unconsciously develop love for the school. And the course I wanted to do too, I mean, Cape Coast Business is St. Augustine's. So definitely, I chose St. Augustine's.
In fact, Pastor Nimako will fight you because he would say that at this school
Don't mention
stands
that.
strong.
Which school is that? Don't mention that school.
Viewers, the conversation is getting interested, I know. And please, just join in the conversation by following through on YouTube, Facebook, WhatsApp is 0559-6800 and then 66. And then on YouTube is Hope Channel Ghana, and then Facebook, Hope Channel Ghana. I'm loving this conversation, so I'm missing out with certain things. But just drop your comment. Please, not with the school, don't fight him. I know he's wrong, but don't fight him on that. Mr. Holman, what year was this? Hey, your trousers.
People have done research.
What year was this?
This was 99, if I'm not mistaken. It was a graduation dinner. And that was the first time students were asked to serve the graduating class. So we were the first batch. We actually started this whole thing, yeah. Oh, get this picture from.
You're surprised there. Anyway, that was a good experience. But have you served before, like, before giving this task to do?
No, that was my first time. But I was actually a deacon, so it wasn't too difficult to do. Yeah, not too difficult to do.
Senior high school, most of the time, that's where people would say they develop themselves morally, decision making, the way they live their life is mostly starting from the senior high school. Did your school go through you, or you went through the school?
Oh, I mean, August school would always shape your life. Yeah, so I think the school transformed me. Normally as a kid, you want to have your independence. So it goes from homes that you have strict rules. Don't do this, don't do this, like that. So you get out there and you think that, oh, I now have my freedom, I can do whatever I want. But then realize that that is not how life is. You still have to go through certain rudiments. Yeah, so it's a college school. Monday, I think my house, Monday morning, go for a mass, and that was the most difficult one.
Because you're an Adventist?
No, not because I was an Adventist, but Monday morning mass. Weekend, you have to wake up early, around 6:30. You have to go for mass before assembly and then class. So you have to go. And then, as an Adventist, I had to find a way around the whole Sabbath issue. So I joined the school choir.
Okay.
So once you join the choir, you don't work on Sabbath because Saturday mornings you go for rehearsal.
That was a smart one because I was about asking.
Yeah, so that was the way to go around it. So you join the school choir, not because you love the choir at the time. That was what I thought, actually. I wanted to avoid having to scrap, having to work on the Sabbath. Your seniors won't understand you. So I'll go to choir practice. So by the time you are done, the work is done.
It's done.
Yeah, so that was the way around it.
But then afterwards, you were able to get some field time to observe. You went along with your Sabbath school.
Oh yeah, everything is there. There are a couple of Adventists around, so we'll gather together and then we'll go through your Sabbath school. You pray and then you disperse. There are times I get excited. You can go to church. The church was not too far from the school, so you just walk
to the church.
to church. Yeah.
You made mention about being tradition. You have older siblings. How many were you?
We were 5 boys.
Okay.
We're 5 boys. I'm the second.
You're the second. How was the training? You mentioned, strict training and, kind of, you have to live this way and all that way. How was it like?
Yeah, I think it was good because my father. Okay, these are my siblings here.
Mm-hmm.
My father would always ensure that you know right from wrong.
Mm.
So you are left to make your choices, make the mistakes, and correct them. Yes, and then you have this strong woman also there to whip you in line.
Yeah, I think she had to. 5 boys.
Yeah.
I have 1 brother, and it's a whole package on its own. So I can only imagine with 5 boys.
Yeah.
Was duty assigned to each one of you?
Yes, in my home, even though we had house help, but you still have your chores to do. In the morning, our house, you had the house and a lawn in front. So this week, somebody's sweeping the longer side, the next somebody's sweeping. So like we said, then we rotate. We take turns in washing dishes. Yes, we help with cooking. So that's it. So there was not, it wasn't like we missed that we didn't have a sister. Whatever a girl's supposed to do, our parents ensured that.
Are you sure you didn't miss having a sister?
No.
Because I've been looking at you like that, waiting for, that feel.
No drama.
You mentioned it. No drama.
no drama. So
Are you sure there was no drama?
there was no drama.
Or the fact that you think if there was a female, there would have been a
There will
drama.
be drama, definitely. Yeah, no drama. So basically, what most girls can do, all of us can do it.
My female viewers watching, don't worry, I don't want to fight. Let us be in good spirit today, not to fight. That he's trying to say that women are full of drama. We are not. We won't fight. We are
No,
in
I
good
didn't say
spirit.
full of drama.
Drama.
There wouldn't be absent of drama.
No problem. No problem. You moved into Valley View University. And was it also the advice of your father to come to Valley View?
Yeah, that was an odd one actually, because I was hoping to enter University of Ghana and do admin. So that was my dream.
Okay.
Then one evening he calls me and tells me one pastor has spoken to him about Valley View. I think it was Pastor Asante, the past president of how do you call it, Central Region.
Yeah, Central Ghana Conference.
Yeah. They call it, no, I've forgotten the names now, is mixed up in my head now, yeah. So he told me about Valley View and he said he wanted to take me there. I thought it was odd actually.
Why do you think it was odd?
I mean, yes, I've gone to St. Augustine's College, passed well. I should go to Legon, the only public university in Ghana, and go and read admin.
At this point, he is a female in this guy to bring up the drama, actually.
Go and do admin.
That's how it feels.
No. Then Daddy says, let's go to Valley View. Honestly, my first trip to the school, I'm sure if my mother was part of that trip, I wouldn't have gone to that school. I mean, just driving past Legon, looking at the beautiful campus. You get to Adenta, and that's the end of Third Road. You turn right, and it's an on Third Road, very far at the time, because the road was bad.
Yeah.
To that place, honestly, I must say I was very disappointed, and I kept asking myself, I was gotten into my father.
At that time, it didn't come to you that the Spirit of God actually speaking?
No. It was like, I don't know what's wrong with this man. After seeing this beautiful campus, Legon, he went to Tech. You take me to this place. He went to the school, and there was just one, at the time, just one block, the admin block. Then where they have the computer science department, that was where the females were. The gentlemen were in a wooden building. We call it Hollywood at the time. Hollywood, yes. That was where the guys were staying. And this is what this man wanted to send me to. I just couldn't understand. But from hindsight, you understand why that decision was taken. But during that time,
it actually belongs to the church.
Not necessarily. I think he was more looking at. I think he got what he wanted actually. Getting his son to give his life properly to Christ.
Okay, that speaks volume.
Yes.
Why would you say your dad wants you to properly give yourself to Christ or devote yourself to Christ?
I think among my siblings, I was the difficult one who didn't like going to church.
Why?
I just didn't like going to church. I mean, you know, most of the interesting things happen on Saturdays. I play football. When there are matches, the matches are on Saturday. If boys are going to parties on Saturday, if we have to go and swim at the beach, it's Saturday. That's where you get most people there. These are the things that kids enjoy at the time. And most of my friends were not, at the time, were not Adventist. So all the actions were on Saturday. And that is where you have to go to church. So it was difficult.
Do you think it was should I say, I don't want to say negative, so I'll use the word unfortunate side of your parents in, you know, pushing, encouraging, and putting that interest in going to church in you? Or is it that there was something at church that when you go, you just don't feel comfortable, you know, in there? No,
when I go to church, I enjoy church.
So then why?
I enjoy church, but
aside, you see,
no, even now, the world is always sweeter than being in the church.
Yeah.
That is, if you're not devoted to God and things of God, sin is sweet. Let me put it that way. Sin is sweet. That is why men continue to sin. Yes, so what will pull you out there is always stronger than what will drive you in. You yourself you have to drive yourself that I'm forgoing this and I'm taking this because of Christ. So if you've not come to that understanding, the distractions of this world will always be there.
So it did help, right?
Oh yeah, that's what I'm saying. It paid off. He got what he wanted.
Happened when you went to Valley View? What are some of the things that went on that caused us?
For me, first was at the time was a secluded place, so there were no distractions. To get a car from Valley View to Adenta, if you're able to get a car around 3, if you want to come back after 5, you'd have to wait till around 1 p.m. when the Daily Graphic car will be sending newspapers to Dodoa. Then you can get a lift.
And come back.
Yeah, so there was nothing there. So all you have was that place.
So the vim
so now
to go out,
it's not there because there's no motivation there. So now you have to find a way to survive. And the only way to survive there are the things of God. So you go to church. Friday night was, at the time, boring on campus. If we are not part of the system. So Friday night you go for Vespa
service.
You do your AYS. After that, singing groups will be rehearsing. Most people, those who come for Accra, will go home. So if you don't find something, so the people I usually will chat with have gone home. So if you don't find something doing, your Friday night will be boring. So what did I do also then? I joined the choir.
Okay.
Yeah, so I joined the choir. So that after AYS, everybody is, but the whole place is quite boring. So you join the choir to sing.
Interesting one.
Yeah, then they had this week of spiritual emphasis. Yeah, that was also another good one. That was, I think, was one of them that got me baptized.
Amen. We thank God for that. And that has helped, and now we have Holman Consult.
Yeah, also one of them got me baptized, yeah.
We thank God for that.
Yeah.
But where were you working first before, you know, the idea of having a Holman Consult?
Yeah, I used to work with a company called SCG Consulting. Yeah, they're just around, they used to be around Nima, but I think they are now moved to the Fidelity Towers.
Okay.
At Ridge, yeah. I went in there as an auditor.
Okay.
Then I saw an opportunity in computerized accounting.
Okay.
And I think Valley had introduced me to it at the time. So once I saw it, my interest in there was heightened. So I decided to explore it the more. Yes. So I branched off the audit and then concentrated more on the what do you call it? On the computing bit, computerized accounting. Yeah.
Okay.
So I worked there for 3 years, and then something happened, and then Holman Consulting was born.
Okay. I think that is more of a private stuff, right?
No, it's not private.
What happened?
I had wanted to travel to the UK to go and pursue my professional qualification at the time, ACCA.
Okay.
Yeah, I got bounced. I got refused or bounced, as we normally put it. At the time, I had resigned. I was so sure I was going to go, so I had resigned from my work.
So how were you coping?
Coping? You see, what would you... God, I had prepared to go to the UK. So when I was back, at least I had some money on me to live on. Yeah. Then I had to make a choice of going to look for employment or starting something on
your own.
On my own, yes.
Yeah.
Then I realized that no, in this company that I was working, I was doing most of the stuff myself.
Okay.
At least by the supervisors my boss actually allowed me space to know everything in the business.
Okay.
And he carried me along with him. So once I had to make a choice of whether to go and seek employment or do something more, I just said no. I mean, I was doing this thing on my own. So let me go talk to him.
Okay.
That I want to be more like his agent and see how it will go. And it paid off.
And that's how Holman came into being?
Yes, that's how Holman Consulting was born, yes.
So, speaking of funds, you know, you can't just start a business like that. It has to start from somewhere. How did you get those finances to start up something?
Yeah, you see, there are two things here. Every business and how you can start it. One, you have to have the physical cash.
Okay.
The other one too is to have a network. Like they say, your network is your net worth.
Yeah.
Yes. So this one, I didn't have any money, but I had built relationships.
Okay.
So, one, I had a laptop, so definitely that was all I needed for this job. I went to my boss.
Okay.
I want to be an agent. I'll go and look for clients. When I get them, we split the money.
Okay.
He agreed. So all I needed to do is make sure I have fuel in the car to move around, get the clients, and then I must also say a very big thank you to my boss actually, because he helped me. There were some small clients that he felt that were a bother to him.
So
he just offloaded those ones to me.
To you.
Yes.
What's your boss's name?
It's called George Katako.
Okay, so wherever he is, a big shout out to him. That means that creating a good relationship with your boss.
Yeah, it's always the best thing to do. I tell people that, you see, when somebody gives you employment, the person wants your skill, and you also want to learn from experience and then make money out of it. So mutual respect. Give your best, your all to that person. It will pay off. It will pay off. And that is the kind of relationship I have with, there are two partners actually, George Katako and Mr. Justice Latte. I was chatting with Justice Latte yesterday at somebody's office. And when I finished the call, the person asked, who was I talking to? And I said, my former boss. And he was surprised.
Yeah, because most of the time, people seem to have, you know, issues with your bosses, grudges. It's either their boss is a bit, you know, stiff, hard, that kind of thing. They can't actually create that bond and relationship.
No, for me, it's you are there to work. get the job done. I go to work, I make sure when I come normal pleasant route in the morning, I get to my desk. If I'm getting up, maybe it's lunch. After lunch, I come sit down, do my work. You find me idling around. Whatever I have to do, I make sure it's done. So why should I be afraid of my boss?
It's more of, you know, if you're being employed, focus on the
Yes,
work.
focus. You
don't
know.
have that intention that, okay, at the end of the day, the money's is being channeled to my boss. I'm helping my boss, you know, get those money. So I'm not supposed to, you know, put in so much effort.
You would be hurting yourself, actually. Like I'm saying, I got opportunities I got because I gave my all. There were things that didn't concern me, but I took interest in. For example, he asked me to do something for him. The ordinary account officer will, let's say, stop at, those who understand accounts will say, will stop at trial balance level.
Okay.
Okay. But I saw on the shelf that he had done some, at the time PwC had done some audited accounts, and they published them nicely in the booklet and they were on the shelves. So I took one of them, and what I've done, now put that document, that thing I had, in that same format for him. Who asked you to do this? I said, no, I think I saw it. This is the end result I see. So basically I showed him, he liked it. Then now to explain to me how it's done. Proposal, right? So there are small things I see. I go to a place with him, he comes back. I take the notes actually. When I come, I give him the note and he puts the note into a proposal. So I go to a place with him, come back. This time round, I write my own proposal based on the notes I took that I'll give him.
Okay.
So before he could finish his proposal, I've done mine. And I gave him. And he doesn't see the need to reinvent the wheel, so he already will edit what I've done. Okay, here, take this one now, do this, do this. So I'll now go back and edit what I've done. 1, 2, 3, I know how to put that document together. So now when you go and come back, he gives me the stuff to do.
You didn't see that as a border, or he looking down on you? Like, severally, I have done this thing, I keep doing this thing. He seems to have, you know, problems with these things I am doing.
No, I see it as, see, what that taught me was that no two clients are the same.
Okay.
So even though you've gotten this format right, this particular client has something unique from the other one, and therefore you should tweak this side to address this particular need. So I didn't see it as a border, no. I saw it as a learning ground. Right from the get-go, I know that most practicing firms don't give you money.
Of course.
They give you experience
Yes.
to make money. Yes, so that was the mindset I went in there with, that I'm here to gain the experience, to go make money somewhere else. So whatever was happening, I wasn't bothered. Was just making sure that I get enough, as much as I can get. And I mean, clearly it showed. If I met my colleagues at the time, for just working less about 6 months, 1 year with them, what I knew and what they knew were miles apart. Because most of them were, the exposure they had was just the basic stuff that they teach normal accounts clerks to do. But what I was doing was more of what finance managers would do at the time.
Yeah.
So for me, it wasn't a border at all.
Okay.
It wasn't a border at all.
We think, I think it has really, let me quickly read out our messages. Most of the time our viewer says I ignore them. Looks like I'm enjoying the conversation more than them. Please know we are doing it equally. So this is coming from Kofi Frempong, and he says that I'm really enjoying the show from UK, and shout out to Holman. Yes, Ogasco all the way. If I knew this will end with Ogasco, Kofi, I wouldn't have read your message. And then oh yes, and another female, Kwatima says, please, women are not full of drama. When you ask for it, we give it to you. But anyway, a big shout out to your mother. She did amazingly well. Of course, 5 boys. She's done so well. And this coming from Thompson. Okay, Thompson, Uganda. It's saying that I'm really enjoying the show. I'm learning a lot from you. Yes, when you're working with someone, give your all, because very soon or one day someone will also be working from you and you'll be expecting more from the person. All right. Ohima Kunedu, you are looking great, my sister. Thank you to the finest female friend I have. Thank you so much. I've always loved this song. Thank you. Thank you to Ohima. May God richly bless you with much love. All right, so let's watch the stream.
Who has been digging this?
I hope my beautiful viewers are seeing what I am seeing. So the first one was before, right?
Yeah.
And this after.
It's Matthew's handiwork.
I can see the 2009. How did you reach your wife? Gorgeously beautiful.
Yeah. She was also in Bali actually, but I met her after school. Yeah, I met her.
So you were eyeing her while on
No,
campus?
no.
You were not eyeing her?
No.
Okay.
It's is it complicated? Yes,
It wasn't complicated, I'm not sure.
My girlfriend was her best friend, but she wasn't my friend.
Asamaba.
That's why I
Okay.
said complicated, yeah.
Okay.
But she wasn't my friend.
Okay.
Yeah. Then I think after school we moved to the same area. Yeah, that was where we became friends.
Okay.
We were in an area with I think about 3 classmates living in the same area.
What hood was that?
Sorry?
What area?
Medina.
Medina.
Yeah,
Okay.
Yeah. I think the guys, most of them traveled, so it was left with 2 of myself, herself, and another friend in the area. So then I go to her house, she comes to my house. That was what brought us closer. Yeah.
And you got married what year?
I married 2007.
Okay.
Yeah.
And you've been together. You have how many kids?
I have 4, 2 boys, 2 girls.
Okay. You I don't want to say you veered off the path.
Yeah. Actually, when I started giving birth, my father was worried because I started with 2 girls. I started with 2 girls, so it was 2 girls and then the 2 boys came afterwards.
Beautiful family you've got.
Thank God.
Yeah, we thank God for that.
Thank God.
Anyway, so Holman, how has it been, the growth of Holman Consult?
It's been challenging, but
yeah, because you know you have 4 kids, your wife, and then work. How is it?
Yeah, you always have to strike a balance because you cannot chase money and then lose your family. So you always have to make sure you strike a balance in there. And as an entrepreneur, you have to take that risk, empower people. I was, before most of my kids came and needed most of my attention now, I have people who do the work now, and I just do meetings.
Okay.
Unless, of course, the thing is very critical, then I come in to help resolve the issue.
So it's more about planning.
Yes, you plan your life, make sure that you have a succession in place, have people who can let the business run with or without you. Then you can have time for your family. Because if you don't train people and everything still revolves around you as an entrepreneur, you would have to sacrifice one. And most often, enough people will sacrifice their family. Because you need to work, make money, and bring home. If you stay home, you are not making money.
Of course.
And your home will be chaotic. So you have to be out there. So you have to find a way to strike that balance and have a plan in place. So grow people, empower them to make sure that the business run with or without you, and then you can have time for family.
Has there been a point whereby you have to choose between your family and then work?
No, I've not gotten to that point. I've not gotten to that point
Yet? Which you don't look forward to?
I know, with the strategies I have in place, I don't think I'll ever get to that point.
What are some of the strategies you have in place?
No, I have 3 product lines.
Okay.
And all of them, I have managers there who run it.
So where? Meaning that you have a number of branches?
No. Same business, but I have
Okay.
let's say I have a solution for accounts people.
Okay.
I have solution for payroll.
Okay.
And even within the account side, there are two sections. They have the small and then you have the upper end. Each of them have people who are managing it.
Okay.
Yes, so clearly I just go for meetings and then we'll meet, we'll discuss, and then that's it.
And I hope it doesn't affect your worship as in church.
No. I run a very flexible company. Very flexible company. Those who come there even sometimes are surprised that we are this efficient or we still get the job done. I'm not a strict 8 to 5 kind of business. Mine is get the job done.
Okay.
So it's tax driven.
So Saturday, office is closed?
Yes, closed. Now it's not even today. Right from the get-go, that starts the...
When you
that
started
is
with
it, yes.
Holman Consult?
No, before I visited, even when I was working with my former employer, Saturday is not negotiable. And I'll tell you from the interview that I won't come to work on Saturday. Whatever has to be done on Saturday, I will make sure I'll do it today in the evening, Sunday, but make sure you get up on Monday.
Okay.
And you see, the other thing is that as Adventists, I know I'm talking to an Adventist audience. So as an Adventist,
Oh, not just Adventist audience, Mr. Holman. We
No,
have,
I'm-
most of our non
I'm trying to come home a bit.
Okay, come home.
As Adventist, once you get an opportunity to work in any organization, you don't behave like everybody because you know our peculiarity.
Okay.
So when it comes to Sabbath worship, so you give out your best. Let your superiors or supervisors love you and make them feel that you are indispensable.
That's your little secret.
Yes, so that
Okay.
if they have to grant a favor, they'll look at what you've done for us.
Okay.
And as a result of that, can gladly tell, okay, fine, take the Saturday
Oh.
off. But when you're in there and you are behaving like everybody, what should I stand on
Yeah.
to grant you that,
Yeah.
that favor?
What
No.
makes you stand out?
Yes, nothing
as an
makes you
individual?
unique. So
Okay.
you get in there, give out your best. I remember I had an encounter with my boss. There was a board meeting on Saturday. At the time, those guys were working for Vodafone, experts board meeting. I was supposed to go and present the accounts on them. I told him, my situation, I can't go. Even I had told him, but I still insisted that I should come. I said, no, I can't. So this is the report. Go through and make sure you present it on my behalf. I switched my phone off. At the time, he called like 1,000 times. It didn't go through. I came Monday, was furious. I told you that I won't come. So that's why I gave you the whole pack.
Yes, all the resources
Exactly.
you need.
You need to be able to make the presentation. So he was angry, but what will he do? I'd done a good job. Everything he did was in there. So when he took the file to make the presentation, it was easy. Angry with me for a few days.
Back.
Back. Yes.
All right, so viewers, yes, a little bit of secrets. I've taken that, as an Adventist, most of the time we have issues when we find ourselves in places that are not Adventist community. And the little trick is do your best. Stand out. Stand out in everything you do. Let's go for this quick break. We're back. There's going to be a sing along with Mr. Holman. Let's see how best or good he is when it comes to him. We'll be right back.
Guide me, oh, the great Jehovah, pilgrim through this barren land. I am weak, but thou art mighty. the healing stream doth flow, let the fire and cloudy pillar lead me on my journey through. Strong deliverer, be thou still my strength and shield. Be thou still my strength and shield. When I tread the verge of Jordan, bid my anxious fears subside. Death of death and hell's destruction, land me safe on Canaan's side. Songs of praises, I will ever give to thee. I will ever give to thee.
Welcome back. Yes, we've just joined the Rhythms of Life, and where we've got into the segment we've got into is Sing Along. And since our guests, Mr. Kobina Begyina Holman, is part of the choir, meaning that he's good when it comes to singing, that's one. And two, a good Adventist, he'll know this. It will be easy for him. Him 500. Please, please. At this point, I want to, good. Yes. Thank you. Him 500. Take time to be holy.
But I remember these words.
You have to. Let's sing along.
Okay. Go.
Go.
Take time to be holy, be calm in thy soul. Abide in him always and feed on his word. Make friends of God's children. Help those who are weak. I'm lost now. Forgetting in nothing, still forgotten the words actually.
You see, at this point, if I tell you to do the last stanza, it's going to be disastrous.
Take time to be holy, be calm in thy soul. Each thought and each motive being in his control.
Mr. Holman.
Thus led by the Spirit to fountains of love. Thou soon shalt be fitted with service above.
5/10. I'm sad. I'm really sad this happened. But anyway, we really enjoyed you being here with us today. We've learned so much from you, business-wise as well, and then moral life. Everything. We've learned one or two things. Myself, and I know that our viewers out there have done the same. God richly bless you.
Bless you too.
And then say hello to Mrs. Holman for us.
I'll do that.
God bless her.
Glad to have been here too.
Yeah, shout out to her wherever she is. May God bless you. And then to you, our viewer, God richly bless you. What I'm taking with me, I repeat again, wherever you find yourself, give your best. Stand out, be unique. That in your absence will be felt, that you're no more there. My name is Nana Akusia Boache. And until we meet again, please stay focused, stay safe, be very prayerful, and keep watching Hope Channel Ghana. My name is Nana Akusia Boache.
we want to defy our family's decision and get married, or
Wonderful Savior is Jesus, my Lord, a wonderful Savior to me. He hideth my soul in the cleft of the rock, where rivers of pleasure I see. He hideth my soul in the cleft of the rock, that shadows a dry, thirsty land. He hideth my life in the depth of his love, and covers me there with his hand, and covers me there with his hand. Oh, wonderful Savior is Jesus, my Lord. He taketh my burden away. He holdeth me up, and I shall not be moved. He giveth me strength as my day. He hideth my soul in the cleft of the rock, that shadows a dry, thirsty land. He hideth my life in the depth of his love, and covers me there with his hand, and covers me there with his hand. When clothed in his brightness, transported I rise to meet him in clouds of the sky. His perfect salvation, his wonderful redemption, with a vineyard on high. He hideth my soul in the cleft of the rock, that shadows a dry, thirsty land. He hideth my life in the depth of his love, and covers me there with his hand, and covers me there with his hand. He hideth my soul in the cleft of the rock, that shadows a dry, thirsty land. Yeah. He hideth my life in the depth of his love, and covers me there with his hand, and covers me there.